Today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
Today's best music, Magic 89.9. Welcome to another round of interviews from home, everybody. My name is Mig Santillan. And of course, today we're joined by none other than former Little Mix member and newly solo artist, Jesy Nelson. Now, this is something very different from what we usually do when it's a one-on-one interview. This is actually a press con, and we were lucky enough to attend and ask Jesy a few questions. So let's get on with it. So Jesy, how did the song Boyz come about?
The idea came about because I was going through a breakup and I was in my bed feeling sorry for myself, thinking, honestly, why do I choose these boys? Like, why do I like a bad boy? And I thought, do you know what? I need to write a song about this because there's going to be so many girls that can relate to this. And then obviously I thought of the sample, the original Bad Boys for Life. And I thought, no one's done this yet. This would be so sick to sample. And also, I just love it because that is genuinely the music that I grew up on as a kid. Like, the people that don't know me outside of Little Mix, like R&B, 2000s, 90s R&B is like, hip-hop is my thing. Like, I'm obsessed. I love it. So, yeah, to bring that into now and, like, my music was just felt so right.
Now, we all know by now that Boyz actually samples Bad Boys from way back when. I think that was the year 2000, 2001. So how in the world did the P. Diddy sample come into play over here? It's very creative.
So, yeah, I went through a breakup and I was generally, like, laying in bed and I just was feeling a bit down. And I was like, why do I like Bad Boys? Like, why is it that when I'm with someone, like, who's treated me like a princess, that I just seem to, like, become friends with them and lose interest? And then the minute I get with someone who's keeps me on my toes and maybe doesn't treat me the best, that I like fall madly in love with them. And I was like, this isn't normal. And I thought, there's so many girls I know that have experienced that and are still going through that. And I thought, I need to write a song about this. And then obviously, like, growing up listening to Diddy, like, as a kid, and like Bad Boys for Life is like an absolute classic. And I was like, if we sample this could be amazing. No one's done this yet. And so, yeah, that's how it came about.
So you did mention, by the way, a love for 90s and 2000s R&B. So did that influence you a lot when making Boyz?
For me, like, I don't know anything else. Like, on my, like, Apple Music, Spotify playlist, like, it's just all 90s, 2000s R&B. Like, that is, like, my passion. That's what I love. And for me, honestly, I feel like that's the best music that was ever created. So, yeah, that is why it's so heavily influenced in my album, because it's just the music that I feel so passionate about.
So given that, what can we expect from your upcoming debut solo album?
What can you expect? Well, I've got a lot of stories to tell. So there's, I was going through a breakup. I was also obviously left the group. I was going through personal things in my life. So there's a few songs that are definitely going to make people cry, I would say. There's some real sassy clapback songs. I just love it because it's such a real honest album, and that's what I'm most excited for everyone to hear. Like, just, it's been so fun to write, and obviously I think it's the first time where I've really been able to, like, tell my truth and tell my stories. So I'm excited for everyone to just hear it. I would say there's a mix of everything on there. I wouldn't say it's necessarily like all like Boyz. There's definitely a few like Boyz, and then there's there's just a mix of everything, I would say.
Is this also an indication of what the album will sound like, given your love for the 90s and 2000s R&B sound?
It's a slight indication of what the album's going to be like. I'd say that the fact that it's, like, influenced by, like, old school 90s, 2000s R&B hip hop is definitely, like, how the album is going, is where it's driven. Because obviously that's what I grew up on. I feel like if I was to take 90s, 2000s and make it current now, like, I'd say that's what I wanted to create, and that's what I wanted my album to sound like. But there's also, like, I don't know, it's a mixture of things. I wouldn't say that everything sounds like Boyz. Everything's quite different, but it all just gels together really well. But it's definitely, like, got, like, the R&B influences in there.
Now, with your first solo single, you did have a collaboration on it. It wasn't a completely solo single. You had Nicki Minaj with you here. So how was it like working with the one and only Nicki Minaj?
Working with Nikki, she's bloody absolutely amazing. She's the queen of rap. There's no one else I would have wanted on this song. And yeah, to actually like do the music video with her was so much fun. She is just such a professional, and I loved it because on set I was thinking, oh God, like normally I've got a choreographer there who like helps me, and I'd obviously flown out to America to do it with her, and I didn't have any of my team with me, so I was thinking, oh God, what am I going to do? Like, should I dance? Should I not dance? I didn't have a clue like what we were both going to do together. And as soon as we got on set, she was like, I think we should dance together. And she just started like making up little bits of choreography for us to do. And I was like, this is amazing. I don't even need my choreographer. I've got Nicki Minaj. But she's just so professional. Like as soon as she got on set, she was like, was on it. She's so, yeah, she was incredible. And she was so much fun to work with.
So given all of this, how does it feel to have your very own solo single now?
This is me as a solo artist. Like this is generally the music I've always wanted to make. So yeah, I just hope everyone loves it as much as I do because I've put my heart and soul into it.
All right. So before we wrap things up over here, do you have any words for your Filipino fans?
Is that you're just literally the craziest, but in the best way possible. It was one of the best shows we've ever done. We loved it, and I literally can't wait to come back and perform for you guys again because you're so loyal. And yeah, like I said, you're crazy like me, which is amazing.
All right, everybody. Of course, that was Jesy Nelson launching her solo career with Boyz featuring Nicki Minaj right here on Magic 89.9. Don't forget to vote for it. Make it top the Magic Pop 30 and get that song on air at Magic 899. Don't forget, folks, at Afternoon Tea 899 as well for your votes. Once again, folks, my name is Mig Santillan, and I'll catch you guys again soon right here on today's Best Music. We are Magic 89.9.